Libra is already on a very strong, positive road of independence, whoever this is talking about. I think we're getting to singles and newly single Libras, but here's where we're at. We're going to start with a focus of the Knight of Wands. Someone who is driven. I can say that in this case, even though you are a air sign, you may be possessing the energy, focused, having a lot of desire. Forgive me. It is allergy season here. Of course, I have them all year round, but Knight of Wands talks about going after the things we desire. Even if we have to alienate people in order to do it. But this energy is always on the goal, always shifting, always changing the way they think, changing the way they do. It's a highly energetic kind of chameleon-like energy where this person can almost blend in anywhere they go. So it's a good energy to have, especially when you're dealing with your independence. Now, we have the Hangman, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Hierophant in the first row. Together, that energy talks about someone who has actually already made the sacrifices that they need to make. They've been through it all. They've kind of seen it all. And maybe this open-ended relationship is something that they made the sacrifices over already, because I see independence after this very kind of committed, standing still, not really making any moves either way where romance is concerned, almost feeling like you want to keep to yourself right now. The Nine of Pentacles says you're focused, you're concentrated on your desires. You're focusing on career. You're focusing on building a more sound life for yourself. If you're single, you have no children, you're trying to build a life for yourself that you can depend on. Now, next to the Hierophant, it says that you may be devoted to your career path. You may have contractual obligations that you have to fulfill. But I really think that my Libras, the only cup I have here is the Seven of Cups, and that talks about confusion around love. So that's going to say to me, for some of my Libra, you're really not even addressing the subject of love right now. You went through the pain. You walked through that tunnel. You saw the light, and now you're at peace. And you're not really observing issues connected to love. Next to it, we have the Dilettante, the Donna di Servizio, and the Il Pensiero. So through careful thought. What you've really found most helpful in your life at this point is saying goodbye to people who are careless, people who are thoughtless, people who don't have a direction, they don't have any structure or discipline. Sometimes these people have no filter. They can be cruel, they can be opinionated, but it's a careless energy that you've finally walked away from. Somebody who treated your feelings very carefully. Um, it's here with this person who is helpful. So I have to say that maybe it was a situation that actually turned out to be a benefit to you. And now that you reflect on the situation and the way that situation played out for you, it actually turned out to be a blessing in disguise. The way that situation ended for some of you. Even though you made sacrifices for that person, when they left you, all of that energy of living with a careless individual just melted away. Them and their poor actions just left the situation and melted away, quite carefree, letting go of it, which is a good energy. Now, we have the Nine of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Seven of Cups. Confusion, clouded judgment, maybe on someone's part in the situation, but using your intuition to I want to say heal from a situation, because I do see that this kind of confusion combined with that kind of guard up, need to defend yourself action with the Nine of Wands. For me, it's almost saying that I need to protect myself. I need to listen to what my instinct, my inner wisdom is telling me about life right now. This is not just about love. These are life lessons some of you are learning right now. And part of that is listening to your inner wisdom and not letting your judgment cloud what it is that you do. Being very careful to not use clouded judgment. That may have been a problem for you in the past. And maybe that's why you're feeling the need you have to protect yourself, because maybe you didn't see things clearly. Maybe you didn't use your High Priestess inner wisdom. But there's clarity. There has to be clarity, because this guy who protects himself, he stands over and above everything else. He sees the obstacles in front of him and he knows how to get around them. And some of this clouded judgment can be felt like an obstacle. So this is saying inner wisdom will lead you to clarity, happiness with Allegrezza Acur. Il Vedovo, now this guy, he has regrets though. So some of the things you have, maybe there are the situation you had to walk away from. I'm thinking that there's some regret for Libra around a lost situation. But life is good. Life is happy. And even though some days you have recollections of that old flame, of that person from the past who still maybe holds on to a big part of your heart. There's clarity. There's clarity. But some of you have been alone for a long time. And you're really considering moving out of that dark place, because the moon talks about being in the darkness. Having it's mystery. It's unknown. It talks about feminine cycles too. But this is telling me, listen to that higher form of female wisdom, whether you're a man or a woman. This is saying you need to tap into that mysterious feminine energy and pay attention to your intuition, especially where this career path is going, because like I said, for so many of you, love really isn't an issue for you right now. You're not really concentrated on that. Maybe you're trying to regain happiness and fluidity in your life after a situation that went on for a while. And it became very old and very tired. And there was a need to maybe start again. In the next row, we have the Two of Swords, the Moon, and the Three of Pentacles. So for some of you, like I said, where your focus is not on your love life, clearly here, this is not about an open-ended love situation. You've already left that behind. The Two of Swords is about making decisions that get you past the obstacles, that can go around the obstacles, can lead you out of the dark place with the Moon. So maybe my Libras have been in an emotional dark place where you've really substituted work for love. And that's been your passion, your desire, where your drive is. That's where you're putting all of your energy. Again, very little love here. Now we have the sacerdote, somebody who spends a lot of time alone. I can say, if you're spending a lot of time alone, if this old situation has still bearing on your soul and you are still dealing with the hurt even after 2 or 3 years, it's time to move out of that cycle. This man, he spends a lot of time alone. This man, the Mercante, spends a lot of time incommunicado. Doesn't really want to talk to people and this is what I can say. When they're with other people, they're sociable. They are lively and happy. But when the door closes behind them, they are alone. And this person, this very business-focused person who is in Libra's reading, also contemplates the results of every maneuver that he makes. He knows there's a result. For everything he brings into his surroundings, there has to be a positive outcome for that, or what's the use of doing it? So he looks for the things that are the benefits. So maybe you've spent a lot of time alone and you're searching for the thing that it is that benefits you, because some of you have been in a state of confusion, of sitting still, sacrificing, maybe reflecting on life, possibly over and over, repeating that cycle within you. This is saying there are other ways of living your life. There, Three of Pentacles says there are other ways of running your life right now than the way you have been doing it. There are partnerships. There are associations that can bring new possibilities into the picture for you. So some of you are sitting still in your intimate life at this time. Now, the James Van Praagh card for this reading is self-esteem. It says, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So this is, I know my Libra has self-esteem. Oh God, I know my share of Libras, they're all about self-esteem. This is Spirit saying, you know what, take a deeper look at the gifts that you possess in your souls, because you can benefit a lot of people with displaying those deeply rooted benefits. Now, this card in the goddess guidance, I believe the name of this goddess is Unag, and it's called Easy Does It. The definition is there is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So this is about divine timing, Libra. New things coming your way, coming out of the shadow, coming out of the confusion, maybe coming out of a self-deposed hiatus from love, from affection, and maybe trying to figure out a different way of having love, a different way of dealing with love, because I do really feel that that's what this reflection is. Maybe you've gone through the heartache. The choices need to be made so that you can come out and grow as a person. Because maybe you've been in this stuck place for a while.